We've reached Game 12 of the 1960s standings. Here are the standings for the National League and the American League. Today we had two great teams in the National League. The 1967 St. Louis Cardinals are at the 1969 New York Mets. These teams had iconic broadcasters that I love dearly. First, there was Harry Carey of the St. Louis Cardinals. His real name was Harry Carabino, but Carey sounded much better on the radio network KMOX of St. Louis. And voicing games for the New York Mets was Lindsey Nelson. He of the loud sports coats. At one time he owned as many as 335. Loved his iconic voice. He gave Mets fans 17 years of his classic style, and was seen nationally many times, of course, on the New Year's Day Cotton Bowl games for CBS. Carey and Nelson calling today's game for the home fans. Pull up a seat and listen to me. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you the 1967 Cardinals and the 1969 New York Mets. I think I said this is Game 12 for the National League season. It's Game 11. We've had the introductions. Let's play ball. Gary Gentry is on the mound for the New York Mets, 13 and 12, 3.4 in run average in 69. He is a grade B pitcher with a Y strikeout modifier. Lou Brock steps into the box for St. Louis. Both teams are 5-5. We're using basic Apba. Let's see, New York is fielding column 2. St. Louis is fielding column 1. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock. We'll read the blue die first. 54 is a fly ball to Art Shamsky in right field. Shamsky makes the catch. There's one down. And Gary Gentry happy to keep Brock off the bases. Here is Kurt Flood. 61 is a ground ball to Ed Charles at third base. Throws across the diamond to Don Clendenin. There's two outs. Here is the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda is all over the 1960s league season. He's on the Giants team. He's on the Braves team. And here was the 67 National League MVP here with the Cardinals. 62 is a 37. That's a strike. Ground ball back to Gentry, the throw to first, 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score with the Mets coming to bat. All right, 6'3" Dick Hughes is on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals. 16 and 6, 2.67 ERA. He's also a grade B pitcher. He's got X and Z modifiers. Tommy Agee steps into the box for New York. Here's the first pitch to Agee. 28 is a ground ball to the Cardinal shortstop, Del Maxwell, one away. Here is the Mets shortstop, Buddy Harrelson, switch hitter, batting left-handed against Dick Hughes. 64 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Here's the leading hitter for the Mets in 69, Cleon Jones, a 340 hitter. And 54 is a fly ball to right field. Roger Maris is under and makes the catch. We go to the top of the second inning. No score. Both hurlers had clear sailing in the first inning. Tim McCarver will start for the Cardinals in the second. 23 is the roll. That's a play result of ground out to second base. Ken Boswell with the play. One down. Here's Roger Maris, the right fielder, former Yankee and holder of the single-season home run record. 45 is a 14. That's a walk. And Roger Maris will take first. Average speed at first base. 1 out. Here is second baseman Julian Javier, a 281 hitter in 67. 35 is a 9. That's going to be a infield single for Julian Javier. All right, first and second, one down. That brings to bat Mike Shannon. 22 is a base hit for Shannon. The runner on second will score. The other one goes to third. Now we've got Shannon at first, fast runner, and Javier at third. And the Cardinals on the board. St. Louis 1 and New York nothing. Mets will play the infield back, thinking potential double play. Here's a pitch to Del Maxwell. 35 is a 39. Runner on third is out. A potential double steal fails. So, okay, score at 2-5. Javier is out at third. Shannon steals second. But now there's 2 outs. .42 is a strikeout by Maxwell. That concludes the Cardinal threat in the second. We go to the top. We go to the bottom of the second inning. St. Louis nothing and New York nothing. First baseman Don Clendenin leads off for the Mets second. 63 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Dick Hughes. Here's Art Shamsky, 300 hitter in 69. Roll was a 34. And that's a fly ball to center field. Kurt Flood is under it and makes the catch. 2 outs. And catcher Jerry Grote. Dick Hughes has retired all 5 of these faced, struck 2 of them out. 36 is a ground ball to third base. Mike Shannon is up with it, throws the first. 3 up and 3 down for the Mets. We go to the top of the third. 1-0, St. Louis. Okay, leading off the Cardinal third is Dick Hughes. 3-3 roll. That's an 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly out to center field. 1 down. Lou Brock. Ground ball to third base. Ed Charles throws the first. Brock is out. Kurt Flood. That roll is 34, and that is going to be a fly out to Tommy Agee in center field. We go to the bottom of the third. Dick Hughes returns the mound. The pitch to the bottom of the third inning. He's up 1-0. He has retired all 6 Mets that he's faced. Very effective in 1967. He's second in the league behind Tom Seaver in Rookie of the Year voting. I think he led the National League in WHIP in 1967. Had a short career. He injured his shoulder, torn rotator cuff. In the 1968 spring training, he pitched 68, about less than 70 innings, but that was the end of his career. Here is Ken Boswell leading off for the Mets. 31 is a single for Ken Boswell. Mets have their first man on, and he's fast. Ed Charles. Does not have an extra 31. We're going to play it straight. Here's the pitch to Ed Charles. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Ed Charles. And 51 is a 2. That's going to be a triple along the right field line. Ed Charles drives in the tying run. 1-1 here in the third with nobody out. And a runner at third for the Mets. Here's the pitcher, Gary Gentry. Infield will play in. Gary Gentry tells himself, I could just get some contact somewhere. Here's a pitch to Gary Gentry. 21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Infield is still in. Here is Tommy Agee. Agee's got some power, 26 homers in 69. 55 is an 8 against a B pitcher. It's going to be a fly out to right field, and Ed Charles will tag and score. Sacrifice fly by Tommy Agee puts the Mets on top, 2-1. Two outs, base is clear. Here is Buddy Harrelson. 34 is a fly ball to Kurt Flood in center. We go to the top of the 4th inning. New York 2 and St. Louis 1. 3 games today around the National League. The 1969 Cubs are at the 65 Dodgers. That's the 2 bottom teams in the standings. Both are tied 1-1 after 3. We have the Atlanta Braves at the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates. Braves have a 1-0 lead after 3. And the 61 Reds are at the 62 Giants. That game has the Giants on top, 3-2 after 3. Orlando Cepeda leads off for the Cardinals in the 4th. Now trailing by 1. Pitch to Cepeda from Gary Gentry. 34 is a fly ball to Tommy Agee in center field. 1 down. Here's Tim McCarver. That's a fly ball to Agee in center. 2 outs. McCarver's 0 for 2 today. Here's Roger Maris, who walked and scored his first time up. That's a drive by Roger Maris. 52. It's 2 deep right field, and it's going to be a triple for Maris. 2-out triple puts him on 3rd. Julio Javier, 2 outs. The infield will be playing back. .24 won't get it done. That's a strikeout. Maris is stranded on 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Mets 2 and the Cards 1. Cleon Jones will lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Mets. Here's a pitch from Dick Hughes. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Lou Brock is under it. Makes the catch. Don Clendenin struck out his first time up. 1-3 is a base on balls. Here is Clendenin is fast at first. Art Shamsky has some power. 44 is a 7. It's going to be a single to right. And Clendenin will go to 3rd for the Mets. Mets on the corners. With 1 out, the Cardinals will play the infield back. Catcher Jerry Grote. Nine against the B. That's a single over short. That scores Clendenin. Shamsky goes to 2nd. RBI single for the catcher. And the Mets extend their lead to 3-1. Here's Ken Boswell. .12 is a 25. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. That kills the inning, but the Mets score 1. We go to the top of the 5th. New York 3 and St. Louis 1. All right, for the 5th, it's the bottom of the Redbird order. Mike Shannon, Del Maxwell, and Dick Hughes. Here's the pitch to Mike Shannon. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Buddy Harrelson scoops it up and throws to first. 1 away. Here's Del Maxwell, struck out his first time up. 18, fielding column 2. That's going to be an error on the shortstop Harrelson. First error of the game. Maxwell's at first, fast. Dick Hughes, the pitcher. Hughes will try to sacrifice. 6-6 roll, of course. I hit the 1 of 2 sevens. That would be a hit on his card. And it's going to be a bunt to first base. Successful sacrifice. But a disappointing result on that roll. 2 outs, runner at second. Here is Lou Brock. A 6-6 roll here would give Brock a home run. Here's the pitch to Brock from Gentry. 2 outs. 4-4 roll. That's a 8. The B will turn it into a ground ball back to the pitcher, ending the inning. Go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Mets. All right, Ed Charles starts off for the Mets. I watched him many times playing for the Kansas City Athletics at third base in the early 60s. He was fast then, and he stole some bases in those days. Here's the pitch to Ed Charles. 1-3 is a 22, and that is going to be a roller to the first baseman. Charles will be retired 3-1. Gary Gentry. 2-4 is a strikeout. 4th strikeout for Dick Hughes. Here's Tommy Agee. Hughes has struck out 4 and walked only 1. Here's the pitch to Agee. 43 is a 29. That's a ground ball back to Dick Hughes. He throws the first. 3 up and 3 down for the Mets. We go to the top of the 6th. New York 3 and St. Louis 1. I don't know if Curt Flood is better remembered for his taking free agency to the courts and winning such advances for the baseball players' salaries, but he was a great player too. He hit .335 in 1967, outstanding defensive center fielder. He comes to bat to lead off the 6th for the Cardinals, who are down by 2. Pitch to Curt Flood, 42 is a 9. That's going to be a leadoff single for Curt Flood. He didn't steal a lot of bases. Stole only bases at 2 in 67. Followed by the NL MVP, Cepeda. So Flood's at first. He is fast. 31 is an 8. Ground out to third base. Flood goes to second. Tim McCarver is 1 out. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for McCarver. 53 is a drive off the wall. McCarver will get 2, and Flood will score. Brings the Cards within 1. 3-2 New York. McCarver is fast at second base. Roger Maris is next up. 1-5. That's an 8 against the ground out to the pitcher. Carver goes to third. 2 outs. And Julio Javier could tie it up with a base hit here. Gentry appears in for the sign. He's pitching from the stretch. Here's the pitch, 2-2 roll. That's a base hit for Julian Javier, who delivers in the pinch and ties the game. We have the steal rating, so he might steal D19. Shannon is up. Moved to first for Gentry, 0, but Gross pretty good throwing out base runners. He is a +6. He's very good. So we're going to sit tight at first. There's the pitch to Mike Shannon. 6-6 roll. That's a drive by Shannon. 21 is a double, and that will score with 2 outs. That'll score Javier. Cards take the lead, 4-3. Here's Del Maxwell. 65 is foul out to the third baseman. That ends the inning. But the St. Louis Cardinals score 3 and take a 4-3 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. Bud Harrelson leads off the Mets, who now trail. That's a pop-up to catcher. 1 down. Here's Cleon Jones. 6-3 as a fly ball to Kurt Flood in center field. Jones has flied out 3 times today, and here is Don Clendenin, struck out and walk. He's waiting to hit the ball. Here's the pitch to Clendenin. 1-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up and 3 down, we go to the 7th. 4-3 Cardinals. This is the point of weakness inning for Gary Gentry. 3 bad things happen to him as Gray goes down. And Dick Hughes, the pitcher for the Cardinals, leads off for St. Louis in the 7th. 3-3 roll. That's going to be a fly out the center. Pitcher hit it hard, but he is out. Lou Brock. .32 is a 26 ground ball to Ken Boswell at second base. Throws to Clendenin, 2 outs. And I'll bring up Kurt Flood. Singled and scored. He is 1 for 3 today. 26 will be the final out. Grounds out to Gentry. Go to the bottom of the 7th inning. St. Louis 4 and New York 3. All right, let's take a look at the history maker out-of-town scoreboard. After 7 innings in Los Angeles, it is the 69 Cubs 2 and the Dodgers 1. After 6 innings in Pittsburgh, it is the Atlanta Braves 1, Pittsburgh Pirates 1, they're tied. After 6 in San Francisco holds a 4-3 advantage over the Cincinnati Reds. Dick Hughes returns to the mound for his point of fatigue inning. Art Shamsky will lead off for the Mets. They're 1 run down. 52 is a 27 and it has an X. That's a strikeout. Art Shamsky goes back to the dugout, caught looking. 1 down. Here's Jerry Grote. 1 for 2, has an RBI. That's going to be a fly out to Kurt Flood in center field. 2 outs. Ken Boswell. 54 is a fly to right field. And Dick Hughes has retired 9, 10, 11 in a row. We go to the top of the 8th inning. St. Louis 4 and New York 3. Orlando Cepeda steps into the box looking for his first hit today. Gary Gentry returns to the mound. Here's the pitch to Cepeda, 1-4. It's a fly ball to left field. Cleon Jones has it measured and picks it out of the sky. 1 down. Tim McCarver. 34 is a fly out to Tommy Agee in center. Next up is Roger Maris. 2 outs, bases clear. 65 is a pop out to the catcher. 3 up and 3 down, and Gentry has retired 7 Cardinals in a row. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Cards. For the Mets in the bottom of the 8th inning, it will be Ed Charles, and then a pitch hitter for the pitcher, Gary Gentry. That's Ed Kranepool coming out on deck. And then to the top of the order, Tommy Agee. Dick Hughes winds and pitches to Ed Charles. And the roll is a 1-5. That's a base hit, a leadoff single for Ed Charles. He's 2 for 3. Average speed at first. Pitch hitter Ed Kranepool. That's the first bad thing to happen to Hughes after his point of fatigue. 32 is a 26. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Ground ball to second base. Javier flips to Maxwell to retire Charles. Kranepool is on at first. He's a slow runner. All right, Al Weiss jumps out of the dugout with a helmet. He's going to pitch run for Kranepool. He is a rated fast runner. So Weiss is at first, fast. Tommy Agee comes to the mound. 25 is a 10 for Tommy Agee. That's a single to right center. And that puts Weiss at third. Mets have first and third, one out. And the Cardinals call time. Cardinals will go to the bullpen and bring in Jack LeMaitre. He's a grade B pitcher, Y and Z modifiers. And St. Louis will play the infield in first and third. One out. Here is Buddy Harrelson. 44 for Harrelson is an 8 against a B. That's going to be a single to right. And that scores Weiss. And the other runner goes to third. RBI single for Harrelson ties the game 4-4. Same situation, first and third. Infield in for St. Louis. Cleon Jones. .34 is a fly ball to center field. And that is a catch. This is important. St. Louis's defense went down to 2 by 1 point with the pitcher coming in. He was a 1. Hughes was a 2. And so that fly out is not deep enough now in column 2 to score the runner. 2 outs, column. Let me check that again. Column 1, the runner would have scored. Column 3, the runner would have scored, but not column 2. So now 2 outs, the infield's back, and Don Clendenin at the plate for New York. 3-3 roll. That's going to be a hit. 5 is a drive. It might be. It could be. Roger Maris looks up. It's over the wall for a 3-run home run, and the Mets take a 7-4 lead. The Mets have come from behind, scored 4 in the inning. St. Louis calls time. Cardinals are going to go to Al Jackson, and he is going to be a grade B pitcher. He's ready to C reliever, but same-sidedness. We'll give him a grade B pitcher pitching to Art Shamsky, the first batter. Base is clear, pitch to Shamsky. 34 is a fly out to center field. That ends the inning, but the Mets score 4 times and take a 7-4 lead going into the ninth. Rest of the games around the National League are complete. The final score in Los Angeles, Cubs 4, Dodgers 2. Final score in Pittsburgh is Atlanta Braves 3, Pittsburgh 2. That game went 10 innings. And a final in San Francisco, Giants 6 and the Reds 4. In our game, the Cardinals trail by 3 runs. They have Julian Javier, Mike Shannon, and Del Maxwell scheduled to do something about that. Ron Taylor stays in the game for the Mets. He has completed his warm-up tosses. Let's see how the ninth inning unfolds. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field. Tommy Agee makes the catch. Cardinals are down to 2 outs. Mike Shannon. 6-1 is a ground ball to third base. Ed Charles throws the first. 2 outs. Here is Del Maxwell, the final hope for the Cards. .36 is a pop up to second base. Ken Boswell catches it, puts a good hold on it, and that's it for the ball game. The final score is Mets 7, and the Cardinals 4. We'll be back with the wrap-up. All right, Red Shane, the St. Louis Redbirds fall to Gil Hodges, New York Mets. The Cardinals scored 4 runs on 7 hits, committed no errors. New York scored 7 runs on 8 hits, and they flubbed up in the field once. The winning pitcher was Gary Gentry, 8 innings, 4 earned runs allowed, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Ron Taylor gets a save, 1 clean inning. The losing pitcher is Dick Hughes, 7 1/3, 5 earned runs, 6 strikeouts and a walk. The star of today's game is Don Clendenin with a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th to provide the difference for the Mets. Clendenin is mostly remembered for being the 1969 World Series MVP, when his 3 home runs helped defeat the '69 Baltimore Orioles. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thank you again. Good day and God bless.